Howdy. I'm going to talk you through a 3-act task today for second graders, focusing on measurement comparison using different objects. The TEK that we're going to use today is 2.9b. The students will need to describe the inverse relationship between the size of the unit and the number of units needed to equal the length of an object. Let's start with Act 1. The eventual question that you want the students to arrive at is how many donut holes does it take to equal the length of one kolache, or how many units will it take to equal the length of the hole? In order to get to this conclusion, these students will need to be prompted to think about what they wonder about what is happening in the video and what they notice is happening in the video. These are some prompting questions that can be used to develop the students' understanding and move them into Act 2 of our 3-act math task. Some of the questions include: what information do you need from me? What information will be necessary here? What is a high guess and a low guess for how many donut holes equal the length of one kolache? You also want to make sure that you ask the students what they can tell from the information. Now we're in Act 2. In this act, we'll give the students more information when they ask questions, and this will help them to move forward in their problem solving. So when the students are asked what they wonder and what they notice, they should be making connections between measurements, and if they can come to the conclusion of asking how many donut holes equal the length of one kolache, they will start to ask questions about the length of each individual donut. So you're going to want to ask the students how they can use the information to answer the question that they arrived at. Now we're in Act 3. So the purpose is, you want to explain your purpose to the students. So you want to tell them that you're trying to see how many donut holes it takes to equal the length of the kolache. Then you want to invite the students in to help calculate how many donut holes it takes to equal this length. We need to see how many units are in our hole in order to find this answer. Now the teacher will show the students the answer on a picture, and then they'll begin to think about other questions that they can ask based on the information that they now know. So now that we've used the information to find our original question, you want to go back and think of more challenging problems to give to the students. One way that you can do this is through the use of reversals. And so in our original question, we were asking how many donut holes it took to equal one kolache. Well, instead, you can switch it and say how many kolaches will it take to equal the length of 8 donut holes. The students will be able to use the information given that a kolache is 5 inches and a donut hole is 1 1/4 inch in order to solve this problem. And here is the conclusion that is present in the sequel.